So we've got a Google form here, which is church history. You can see it's just essentially 2 questions here, multiple choice questions.
Yeah, we have to actually number them, don't we? That doesn't actually.
Yes, it doesn't. It doesn't do that. Okay, so that's the caveat there. So you do have to go in and number those individually, and you can see here that I've just got an image there at the top. Okay, so if I jump now into the responses, you can see I'm accepting responses. So by default it says accepting responses. If I wanted to, I could turn that off so that students obviously couldn't complete the test anymore. So that's a good idea. Okay. Yep, it does. Yep. So if they tried to submit, they couldn't do that. Okay.
It's also handy if you've got a form for a evaluation.
Yep.
You can give people a link but don't accept responses, and just before you want them to fill it in, you can activate it.
Yep.
So
that's useful as well. Yep. Okay, so now we're going to go to my...
Still when I'm just in the form.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, just wondering where things
Yes, so I'm going to my response destination now, and you can see that I've got 2 responses here. And I'm going to view my responses. Okay, now obviously this has been poorly designed because I really should have asked for your name. Okay, so one of the things that I need to do here is go in and insert your name and also an email address. So I'm going to go and do that now just to revise going through that again. It's a text field. Please record your name, and that's a required question. And the other one is please record your email address.
What's the middle button?
That's copy. So if it's a text field in your form, it will simply just copy that same sort of text field, and you can go in and change that. Yeah, so we can move that, drag that around, drag it to where I want to.
Have a good weekend.
See you, mate. Have a good weekend. Yep. Okay. Okay, so my existing spreadsheet has obviously been created and you've answered that. How would I remove that? I could just unlink form. Okay, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get you to do that little test again. Okay, so I'm going to so I'm going to give you a new URL. Okay, so that's the message that they get up if you're no longer accepting responses. Okay, I can tick that box, and then that will allow you to then view that again. So I'm going to give you my shortened link, which is goo.gl, uppercase H, I, J, little I, J, lowercase h, lowercase m.
It's amazing what you come across when you get it wrong.
And it looks really wrong.
Okay. So once you've completed that, then I can go back into my responses. I'm viewing my responses now. And you can see there that there's your details. I'm going to delete those. Okay. Now, what it does require is for me to enter in the answer key. Okay, so back here, I'm going to record my name, so teacher, and because it's a star up there, it means it's a required question. Okay, so I know the answer's there, and I know the answer's there, so I hit submit. Okay, so I then use a...
You can't reorder those, can you?
No. So
you really need to do that first.
Well, it doesn't matter actually, because the Flubaroo script will allow you to choose your answer key wherever it sits within the spreadsheet. Ideally, yes, if it was the first one, it makes it easier.
If I shared the responses with other people, they would still see the master responses.
Correct.
But can they see it before they submit the form?
No. No. All right, so if I'm going now to Tools, I'm going to Script Gallery. And a script is just a little piece of code that increases the functionality of the form. I'm putting in Flubaroo, and I'm installing that. Now, the first time you install it, it goes through a few little requirements. Essentially wants you to authorize it. So I'm grading assignment now. Okay, so question 1 identifies the student. Please record your name. And these are the options here. Please record your email address, also identifies the student. I'm giving you 1 point for each of these responses. Okay, you can obviously give up to 5 points there. If I continue, you can see here it gives you the option to select in what part of the field is your answer key. So that is my one there. If I hit continue, okay. The very last row shows the percentage of students who got each question correct, with overall low scoring questions highlighted in orange. So that's useful as well. So I can go to view grades now. And what it does is it creates a response, so possible points, average points, counted submissions, and it tells that you've got those particular questions right.
But does it do it in a descending order or something? It doesn't order them? Or?
Chronological order as the test is completed. So if I jump back to here and submit another response just to show that, so this is student A, Chris.Morris is the person, and St. Marinko, and we've got James, and submit. So we jump back into here. What I can do, once I do a refresh, that should... Interesting, why isn't that coming up there? I can regrade the assignment. So replace your existing grades. Yes, that's what I want to do. Go through that sequence again. Continue. That's my answer key. Continue.
And once you've been installed Flubaroo, so to speak, it stays there.
It stays there. Not all spreadsheets, just the spreadsheet that you're on.
Oh, okay. So each time you do a new form,
you've got to install it. What I suppose the ideal would be is that you have a spreadsheet for your whole unit, and you could use the tabs down the bottom to separate tasks, and then you don't have to actually keep installing it. So you can see that's regrading that. I'm just going to pause that there. So I go to view grades here now, and what it's done is it's highlighted those questions in which the candidature got 50% or below. Okay, so these are I suppose the questions that would really need to be addressed, and this is very useful for a pre-test because obviously it can direct some teaching in that area. And you can see there that's a student of concern, they didn't get any right. All right, so that's really useful. I can then go to Flubaroo, I can email grades, and because the students had to record their email address, which is there, I can include an answer key. Please check your responses. And I hit continue, and that then shoots you off an email with your grade and the response, which looks like this. There are a total of 2 graded submissions with average score of 1 out of possible 2.